Okay.
There we go. So go ahead and fire away when you're ready.
All right. Let me just hit record real quick. Ezzy, how are you doing today?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Thank you. Um, so I guess I want to take you back to the Olympics with when you kind of found out that Liz wasn't going to be playing and your role all of a sudden kind of changed, I think, with the team, the expectations and like how did you approach that situation? And let's see, and do you think, like, I guess, if you were in a similar situation with Stewie, we haven't heard yet about the injury news, but if you're in a similar situation, like, how do you think that experience in the Olympics, where all of a sudden Liz was no longer available and you had to step up, could be comparable?
Yeah, I guess with the Olympic situation, I don't think time was really on our side. So in that moment, I don't think you have a lot of time to kind of think about that stuff. But we're a team, so I think we kind of all stepped up in that situation. So I don't think I had a lot of pressure on myself at the Olympics. We had great vets on our team, great people that stepped up during the tournament. So I think that was kind of the mindset that I had going into the Olympics. And then same thing here. I think, we have a great team. We're 12 deep, so I think anyone will be ready to step up if need be. But we're just taking it day by day at the moment. So yeah.
Awesome. And then, with just 2 games left here in the regular season, are you guys looking at like the different playoff scenarios? Like, for instance, like if you beat Phoenix at home, you guys clinch the first round bye, and but otherwise, like if you lose to them, you kind of need them to lose a couple games. As a team, are you guys kind of going over those scenarios at all, or what's been the main message and focus with these final 2 games?
I think we're just focusing on what we can control. So those other games, they're out of our control. We can't really focus on them or worry about them. So I think, like you said, we're focusing on the next 2 games coming up. So obviously playing LA and LA, we want to win that game. And then obviously win the Phoenix game as well. So I think it's important not to dwell on things that we can't control. So I think we're just focusing on these games coming ahead and then seeing how the standings turn out.
And then what is going to be the key against LA on Sunday?
Yeah, I think just playing our game, just kind of starting well and getting back into our groove. We've played, LA twice, obviously, and I think the second game was quite close. So I think just playing, matching up well against them, which I think we do really well. Just getting our running game back, just focusing on defense as well. So I think just playing Storm basketball is what we are kind of getting back into now. So I think just continuing that on the road.
And then obviously playing under Coach Sandy Brondello with the Olympic team, and she's got Phoenix really rolling right now, 10 straight wins. What are some things about Coach Brondello that like maybe not everyone knows about, or things that you feel like make her really an outstanding coach?
Yeah, Sandy's a great coach. I think she's obviously been in the game. So I think she's definitely a player's coach. She understands how our bodies are, understands the game really well. So I think she uses that to her advantage as well. So it's been great, like getting to know her in the Opals program as well. And then I think one thing, just it kind of helps, like matching up against Phoenix, we kind of know her style of play as well. But yeah, she's just a great coach. So I think that's a great quality that she has, just understanding the players, because she's been in that situation before.
Awesome. And I think just last one from me. Just playing with Breanna Stewart and Mercedes Russell this year, what are the things that you've learned from those two?
Just a lot. I think, they're both different players, which I think I've learnt a lot from both of them. Obviously, Sadie's has more of an inside game, Stewie's inside and outside. So I think I'm kind of learning from both of them, and just, being able to be a dominant presence like they are in both aspects of the game. So I think just kind of solidifying my spot, whether it's a 4 or a 5, I think just being able to watch them play has been great for my game, because they have a bunch of experience, and and they're just, such great players, great teammates as well. They're always helping me out at practice during the game. So it's been great to play with them.
Awesome. Thank you, Ezzy.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thanks, Izzy.
That's good.
All right,
Thank you.
no problem. All right, we got Coach. We'll just go ahead and Jeff, have you hop in with questions for Coach here.
Hey, Coach, how you doing today?
Jeff, I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Happy it's a Friday.
Is it Friday? I honestly don't even know what day it is.
Obviously, first and foremost, injury update on Brianna Stewart. Did the scans show any structural damage? And is she expected to miss games?
Yes, we will. She will miss our LA and Phoenix game. The left foot injury, and she will continue to she will get reevaluated for postseason play. But for right now, no playing, no games for the rest of this season.
Okay.
For the rest of the regular season, excuse me.
Yeah. And then I guess same thing with Jordan. Was Jordan able to practice at all this week? And will she be available at all for either Sunday or potentially, if not Sunday, then next Friday's game?
Yes, Jordan is still day to day. She's able to do some non-contact stuff today, and we'll continue to get reevaluated. But the plan is to hopefully have her for Sunday's game. The progression looks positive, and so tomorrow will be a telltale sign if it's if she's going to be available to play.
Cool. And then with Stewie out for at least these next two games, does that look more like inserting Ezzy into the starting lineup, or would you move Katie Lou up to the 4 and then either have like a Steph or a Piff in the lineup as well?
Yes. You think about these next two games, LA start may look from Phoenix different from Phoenix's start because of Phoenix's front court.
Mhm.
But so for LA game, potentially thinking about bringing Steph in the starting lineup and moving Lou over to the 4, but understanding that, there's some minutes there, a lot of minutes for Ezzy and, the role that she played before when we went down to LA, and also without Stewie on that road trip, that's going to be a huge part of our adjustment, which she's shown to do well in that role as well.
Definitely. And then how helpful do you think both the two games that Stewie didn't play after the Olympics will help Ezzy, and then also the fact I kind of talked to her about this in the Olympics when Liz kind of, the expectation was Liz would be their premier front court player, and then all of a sudden she wasn't, and it was kind of Ezzy was kind of put in that spot. Kind of those two things, how beneficial do you think will be for Ezzy?
Very beneficial, and just understanding the information that she received and experience that she received, it's huge for this moment in particular. On that road trip, I thought she did a great job. She was in there at the end of the game in Chicago, and in New York as well. I thought she just her aggressiveness, her ability to go get rebounds, go block shots. What she brings on both ends of the floor is so helpful, and it's going to be super important in these next two games. And then just watching her in the Olympics, there's a point where I felt like she was kind of carrying that team, and having an ability to, we talk about it all the time when opportunity meets preparation, what happens. And she's always working very hard and very diligent about what she does every single day. And so when those opportunities present themselves, I think that she takes full advantage of those opportunities. But you've alluded to those two particular moments that she's experienced within this last few months are so crucial for us coming up.
Definitely. And then I think probably maybe a couple more for me. So with 2 games remaining in the regular season, if I have this accurate, you guys can finish anywhere between 2 and 5. How much like scoreboard watching are you looking at, and kind of looking over these different scenarios? And I guess in general, what has the message been to the team?
Yeah, I'm probably scoreboard watching more than I'm messaging that to the team. I
Mhm.
think I've, gone away from trying to, because I'm sure that they know as well, but going away from, talking about the uncontrollables, more so focusing on our controllables. And that's just our energy, our effort, and how we approach every game. And, we want to be playing at a certain level. And I think that we're trending in the right direction right now. But as far as, me and my staff, we know exactly what's going on. I'm definitely watching every game and rooting for some teams, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we want to control our own destiny. And that means, the product and the effort that we put out on game day is so important, and just kind of handle our business and let the chips fall as they may.
Definitely. And then I think just last one for me, keys to the game against Los Angeles here on Sunday.
I mean, we talk about the aggressiveness that LA has on the perimeter as far as Sykes, Wheeler, Coffee, Cooper, the way that they are super, athletic and can cover a lot of ground. So first and foremost, we have to take care of the ball offensively, be on our front foot, understand screening and pace is going to be crucial within that. LA wants to kind of slow you down a lot because of how they play. They want to pound it and they want to just get in your grill. So I think our offensive execution has to be on point. Conversely, we have to make sure we protect the paint. LA is not shooting the three as well, but understand they're capable shooters in Coffee and Wheeler. And obviously Nneka has shown that she can, historically, she can hit the three. So, and obviously Zoe B as well. They're not
Mhm.
shooting it great right now, but it's important that we first, tight paint streak spots, protect against their aggressive drivers, and then limit them to one shot and hopefully get down running. As we seen the other day, our pace is so important. When we get stops and deflections and are active defensively, it really helps our offense, and that synergy is important as well.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Noel.
No problem, Jeff.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Chat with you later.
Yep. See you.